Hey everyone, it's Agnach here. Welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm bringing you an interesting strategy that I saw a player called Agnach do. Now, two of the strongest strategies in the game at the moment is the Pekka Super Wizard, otherwise known as the Chinese Smash, and also the Lalo. So, what happens when you combine both of them? So my army that I'm using at the moment, which I'm bringing on this video, is using 13 learns, 4 super wizards, 4 healers, 3 Pekkas, 3 minions, 1 lava hound, 2 headhunters, and the spells is 5 lightning, a rage, a jump, 2 quakes, and in the CC the 2 yetis, Valk, Bob, and the rage. So let's go to the first attack and I'll show you how it works. So here I've got the warden at 3 o'clock doing the warden walk. So basically with the spells, the 5 zaps and 2 quakes, you can bring 6 zaps and 1 quake if that's what you want. With me, usually if you're not zapping a hero, it's better to bring the 5 lightning and 2 quakes, and usually I use the lightning spells for scatters or expos, and that's the perfect amount to get them down. Now over here I created the funnel nice and early. Now you can use the siege barracks or you can use the blimp. It really depends on the base and how you want to approach it. So usually you use your Pekka Super Wizard as a kill squad. I know it's a pretty heavy kill squad, but then you still have quite a few learns and a lava hound just to finish off the base. So over here I had already finished the 3 o'clock and the 12 o'clock area, and then I started with my Laloon from 10 o'clock. That royal champion was also supporting it, and my queen is still alive with the healers, and they're all gonna be merging together and finish off the last few defenses. So over here we've got the royal champ. We use her ability, so she's still at half health. My queen is full health with ability. There's still learns alive, there's still a warden alive, and my queen is just beating through walls, and this was a very nice triple with this strategy. I must say that it really impressed me how strong it is. Here we've got this other one, so I usually do the warden walk. Now I use the siege barracks for funneling, and if I'm not gonna use the siege barracks for funneling, then I use a blimp for the tank hole. So it really depends on how you see the base and what you want to do with the base. So over here as well, I use my zaps and my quakes to get rid of one of the scatter shots and one of the expos. The warden is just making sure that that entire compartment is gone, or at least is properly funneled. And then I use my king at 6 o'clock, just funneling the rest of my troops. I put the jump spell there. As you remember, the super wall breakers can use a jump, so I use my super wall breaker to go into the center of the base using the jump. It opens it up there nicely, and on this occasion I use the blimp to go and get rid of the tank hole. Now depending on what you've got on the blimp, like if you have the safe blimp with all the super goblins, or if you have the 2 yetis and 3 sneaky goblins, sometimes you might not even need the rage for your blimp, and you can just use that to suit the town hall, and then you can use your 2 rages with your kill squad, or even one of them with your Lalo. Now this player Agnach as well, this is one of the variants that he used with this army, but he was changing the spells depending on the base that he was hitting. Sometimes he was bringing 3 haste and 2 freeze, sometimes he was bringing this. It really depends what you want to do with the base, if the zaps are gonna give you enough value. I found that for me this was kind of like the most like the better army to use in Legends. It's a little bit, you can use it with a few more bases. So over here on this other base against Frank, I'm putting the warden at 12, and I use my zaps and quakes to get rid of, I think it was both scatters and an inferno, which is a lot of value for a base. Definitely if you have this base, delete it. And then I put my king and my Pekkas from my king at 3 with my siege barracks, obviously funneling, and my queen with the Pekkas and super wizards from 1, and all going into the jump, so towards the tank hole. Again, don't leave the tank hole standing. If you do leave the tank hole standing, then probably use the royal champion for that tank hole. Usually I use my royal champion just to get rid of some more defenses to help the Lalo pathing. On this occasion, probably I should have used my headhunter for that enemy royal champion. She's gonna end up getting rid of all my loons there. However, my royal champion, my queen are still alive, and there's no more defenses apart from the royal champion, and my 2 yetis are just gonna smash her. And this was another triple as well. Then we've got this one. Now on this one, around the 5300 trophy mark, so the walls aren't maxed, but the defenses are, so it's just showing what it's what you can do with it. Again, this player had his 2 scatters very close, and if you can take both scatters with 7 spells, it's not a very good base, because then it becomes a tank hole 12. So definitely don't do that. And then I use my warden just to clear the 6 o'clock area before bringing my Pekkas with the queen, the super wizards. I use my king at 3 o'clock, just clearing some more defenses there and funneling my army in. I put the jumpers so that they keep moving. I want them to move up towards the right, and I send my blimp to the tank hole. Now when the tank hole is centered, then it's a nice idea to just use the blimp and just get that tank hole down. Even if you don't get the 3-star, you will get a pretty high 2-star in these attacks. Then what I usually like to do is I don't wait for my heroes and my kill squad to completely die. I like complementing it by sending my lalo, and then both of them are tanking both defenses and they're helping each other. I find that the synergy is actually pretty good. First, when I saw this attack, I thought it was crazy, but to be honest, it's actually really strong. And I'm a horrible lalo player, and this it's not really lalo, but you're using a lava hound and a few loons, so if you think about it, it is a lalo with a kill squad. And obviously if you're good at lalo, this is gonna be even stronger for you. So this is another triple that I got with this base, and this is actually quite common on the lower trophy bases, that base with all those compartments. Now finally I've got this attack against Lord Caesar, and again I start with my warden walk. Sometimes you can do a queen walk. It really depends what you feel confident with, and that's what I like about this army. You can just do whatever you feel most comfortable with. You can do a blimp into the town hall, you can do a blimp into the inferno for funneling and then getting your queen and warden to walk, or you can do this, a warden walk, and then just funnel your troops inside where you want them to go, and get as much as you can from the base before you send your lalo part of the army. Over here I put the jump. I wanted them to walk up towards 12, however I wasn't fast enough with my funneling. Some of my troops do go in, my queen and warden do go in there. My Pekkas decide to walk out. The Yetis from the blimp do end up taking the tank hole, so that's money, and my killers decide to stay with my queen, which is perfect. So now I can send my royal champion with my lalo into the 12 o'clock compartment and help my queen as well as they're flying around, and while the Pekkas, king and warden are to the south getting rid of more of the defenses with the super wizards. And this is another triple with this army. Now as I said before, I was surprised with this army, but it works and it's strong, and you don't have to be a lalo player to be able to do it. So definitely give it a try. Let me know what you think of the army. Thanks to Akram for showing us this new army, and well, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time with more Clash. See ya.